Hey guys, Daniel with LK9 here again with another tutorial video. Today we're going to talk about slip leads and slip collars. Slip leads and slip collars are one of our favorite tools to teach dogs how to adjust and change to leash pressure. In order for us to understand better this tool, we will need to get into a little tiny bit of behavioral science. So bear with me for a second, because I think that there's a lot of confusion amongst dog people regarding what is positive and negative reinforcement, what is positive and negative punishment. Those are the 4 quadrants of operant conditioning. That is how you change behavior in an animal. So to understand how a slip lead works, we need to understand what negative reinforcement is. Negative reinforcement does not mean bad. I'm going to repeat that again. Negative reinforcement does not mean bad. Negative and positive in scientific behavioral terms is the addition, which is positive, and the negative is subtraction of a stimulus. A slip lead and a slip collar are both used as negative reinforcement, meaning when the leash gets tight around the neck and the dog moves with that pressure, the tightness of the collar or the leash goes away. It loosens. So that is actually the negative. It removes pressure when the dog moves with you. So lots of dogs struggle with on-leash walking. Ping-ponging back and forth, dragging the owner dragging them. Slip lead, when it's fitted properly and used properly, helps the dog understand how to move as a team with the owner or with the handler. I'm going to go through a quick little tutorial on how to fit these, and then you're actually going to see me put it on a dog as well, and watch me work a dog with a slip lead so you can learn how to give and take with that pressure to not cause pain to the dog, but to help them understand how to move with you. Dogs are always going to take the path of least resistance. Always. Guess what? Most humans do too. So if we can help the dog understand that when they feel pressure, they have the power to remove it, guess what they'll do? Remove the pressure, just like we do. All right. In front of me, I have a slip lead that is a custom design. Again, we love our LK9 teal color. It's one of our favorites, but it has our logo on it. This is a locking mechanism to tighten, and then this ring is free floating. So it allows this to tighten and loosen, tighten and loosen. This is how it should fit on your dog's neck. So slip the collar over the neck like that. Then you grab your lock, pinch that, and slide it down till this is tight around the neck. Now, if I pull this, you can watch that ring tighten. So if I want the dog to move a specific direction with me, I'm going to put pressure there, and when the dog moves, I relieve pressure. Negative reinforcement is the removal of that pressure. It does not mean bad. The other tool that we use is called a slip collar. Now this little device is pretty neat because it will allow you to use your own preferred leash. So we can snap a lead onto this ring and then put this around the neck, and then we pinch this little piece here, our little lock, and slide this down to tighten around the neck. Now your leash is hooked here and you have this little tab that hangs off. It acts the same way. When you pull tight, it will tighten around the neck, and then when you release the tension, it will release tension around the neck. Again, we use this to help a dog learn how to move with us, helping them understand through this tool that they can win is one of the best ways to build confidence with a dog. This is not used to punish necessarily an unwanted behavior. That is a different approach that we can talk about at a different time in a different video. Happy to discuss that. But for today's purposes, understanding that negative reinforcement is the removal of a stimulus, or what I like to use the word pressure, because I think that makes a lot of sense. So when we're working with fearful dogs, if we put a little pressure on that collar, and if it's sitting and fitted properly around the neck, the dog's going to feel that pressure, and when they step toward that pressure to get it to go away, we remove it for them. It's all about fairness with the dog. We want to be fair with every animal that we work with, and showing them that they can win over that pressure very quickly helps them build a lot of confidence. In the next little clip, we're going to actually put these on a dog, and I'll show you how to set them up on an animal and probably do a little bit of demo work as well. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in a minute. All right, we're out here with my good buddy Enzo, Cane Corso, and I'm going to show you on his neck how the slip collar is supposed to be fitted and where it should sit. I like to walk dogs on my left side, so I always want the ring coming up and facing toward my left leg, where there's less resistance. If I were to take this off and flip it around, I would be pulling across the neck, the top of the neck, which will create more resistance. I want this to free float as much as possible. It's not going to be perfect depending on your dog's fur, a lot of different things. So step one, ring comes through here. Step two, this should fit up above the throat. If you feel with on your dog's neck, you'll feel two little indentions right behind the ears. I like to have that run up just behind those two soft spots, like so. High and tight. I often refer to military haircut for that. High and tight. Press your lock, slide it down, barely 2 fingers underneath of the strap. So we've got ring facing my leg, in the grooves, the soft spots right up above the neck, below the ears, and then pinch this so it's barely 2 flat fingers. That strap's putting a little pressure on my skin, so nice and snug. All right, next step, I'm going to apply a little bit of pressure forward. The idea here is pressure forward. If that's where I want him to go, I'm going to put a little pressure. He goes, I'm going to relieve the pressure. Free. Let him walk out there. I'm going to put a little bit of pressure. Come. Yes. When he starts moving toward me, I relieve that pressure. Let me try that again. Here. Yes. Ooh. He walks out in front. A little pressure. Here. Yes. He starts to move toward me. I relieve that pressure. Sit. Pressure up for sit. Pressure down. Flats. The moment he starts to drop, I'm going to relieve that pressure. This is not a tool to teach necessarily as much as it is to reinforce. I will use a little bit of leash pressure to help guide a dog, but I use mostly lures and food reward to teach the positions. He already knows the position, so I can reinforce that position with a little bit of pressure the direction that I want it to go. Free. Free one. Here. Pressure on, pressure off. Sit. All right, this one is a slip lead, so it's all one leash with a big loop. So I just loosen that, put it over his head. Again, same with the slip collar. If I walk with him on my left, I want that ring coming up and facing my leg. That way when I pull, I have less resistance on this side. It's just gonna come straight up through this ring, nice and easy. And also when I relieve it, you can see it relieves pressure, okay? So same thing, high and tight military haircut, right up behind, there's little soft spots right here. I like to seat it right in there, right up underneath of the chin, okay? If this is down low, I should have mentioned this on the other one. If this is down low, you're gonna gag your dog, you're gonna press against the larynx. That's no good. We want it high up above that, and we're gonna take and pinch our little lock, and slide it down nice and tight, barely 2 fingers under. Same thing. This works the exact same way as the slip collar. pressure forward, he moves, I relieve pressure. As long as he stays in that position with me, he's not going to feel any pressure. If I want him to move a different direction, I'm going to pull that direction parallel to the ground, and he comes. Free. Pressure on, here. He moves, pressure comes off. Feet, pressure up. Flats, pressure down. Free. Go bold. Boost. As long as he's next to me in that heel command, he doesn't feel any pressure. Boost. If I want to change directions, I'm going to put a little pressure. The moment he catches up with that pressure, I have to relieve it. That is him knowing I'm doing the right thing. If you don't relieve that pressure, he is confused and has no idea what you want from him. Sit. Pressure up. He sits. Let it go. Flats. Pressure down. Let it go. Again, to review. High and tight, like a military haircut. Right behind the ears, in that little soft tissue spot, up underneath the chin, super high, and then pinch your little lock down to where you can barely get 2 fingers underneath. Hope this clears up any confusion on slip leads and also with negative reinforcement. Again, negative reinforcement is the removal of pressure upon compliance. So when he moves, I have to give back to him what I took. Okay? Fairness in dog training, help the dog win. Thanks for watching, guys. The after effects of being a demo dog for a video. It's grueling.